the first slide. That probably you can move to the next slide. Yes. Okay. So introduction to who we are and what we have been doing. We have a company called Golden Hands Epigenetic Solutions, which has been there in Malaysia for over 20 years now. And we got into the field of preventive healthcare or holistic solutions over 15 years back. So we started off with stem cells, and then we went with energy medicines, so on and so forth. So Dr. Prabhu has been a doctor for the last 32 years. He is an ENT surgeon. Okay, and beyond this, of late, he has received a diploma in epigenetics wellness. So this very few doctors in the world have it right now, because there are not many colleges that are giving this diploma. All right, and beyond this, he is the member of the European Wellness Academy. So when we are talking about the European Wellness Academy, they are into stem cells, and they have been doing a lot of groundbreaking research using stem cells to cure diseases, and they have been working on a lot of different platforms. So what exactly that we have been doing over the last few years, Dr. Prabhu has been into Biovibes Analysis. So what exactly is Biovibes Analysis? If you are talking about Reiki, Tai Chi, the energy that we speak about, so we are trying to quantify it. We are trying to give it a number, right? So how are we doing this? We are using dowsing rods to check the energy. All right. Apart from dowsing rods, we use a few other different machines as well to check on the same thing. But in the Biovibes Analysis, Dr. Prabhu has checked over 20,000 individuals. So checking these 20,000 individuals has given us a lot of data, and it has given quite an insight on how energy plays an important role in your overall mindset, in your overall health. So we do know that energy plays an important role, but we really don't know how important it is, right? When we are talking about how important, your mindset is important. So when we are talking about biovibes, we correlate it with the brain waves. So we find that, the brain waves and your energy fields are inversely proportional, right? So yes, as we are talking about this, before I move into this, I'll just give a small introduction on what we have been doing in the field of preventive healthcare. So we have been doing something called as epigenetics, right? So this is a very new field in the Asian countries, and European countries are having this concept of epigenetics over the last about 10 to 15 years. So what exactly is epigenetics? It is basically we are finding the root cause of diseases. So epigenetics is kind of a layer that is around your DNA, right? So it affects the way that your DNA is read. We all know that DNA is basically with regards to your genetics, what your parents give you, and what is it that you develop over time. Okay, so when we are talking about DNA and epigenetics, there are 800 different factors that affect your health on a daily basis. This is something that is alarming because not many people know this. So we do know how we have toxins in our body, we know how other things affect us, but to what level, we have no idea. So these 800 different factors actually affect and alter the way that the DNA is read. So let's say that a disease is there, but the way that the disease is going to be read and the way that the disease is going to come out as a disease depends on the 800 different factors. And this also shows the way on how fast the disease is going to show up in your body. So before disease sets into your body, it starts at the cellular level, right? So whatever happens, everything starts at the cellular level. It's not something that happens overnight, right? So whether we are talking about health, we are talking about our mindset, everything is over time. So when we are talking about that, we feel that you are supposed to look into the root cause of diseases instead of looking at a disease that has already manifested. So what we say is that look into the first level, see how best that you can work with your body. Listen to your body because it knows what to do. You don't need to do anything. If you provide your body with the right vitamins, the right kind of water, you have the right mindset, your body is capable of doing wonders. So this is one thing, and this is what actually got us into looking at various aspects when we are saying health, right? So the first most important thing is always water. Why? Because water plays a very, very important role. It is 70% of the world and also in our body. So what does water help with? We can say that it helps with detox. It helps with a lot of other functions. It helps with cellular hydration. So when you're talking of all of this, it is extremely important on water you drink. But again, what is the kind of water you drink? So these are questions that we never ask ourselves on a daily basis. We get water, we drink water, yes, we say it is filtered water. But do we actually go in to read about what is the molecular structure? What is the size? What is the viscosity? This is something we fail to do, right? So now, as I was talking about energy before this, right? So these two people on the screen, on the right side is Albert Einstein, on the left side is Dr. Emoto. So one has done a lot of research on energy, right? So what did he say? He said that we are a congregation of atoms and hence we are a living mass. So atoms put together is what gives the energy, right? And what happens is that we communicate with the entire world only with energy. So it's, let's say that, the way that we see, the way that we hear, the way that we smell, there are no wires connected to anything that is around us. So how is it that we are doing this? It is all through energy. Okay, so we are all born with high energy. So this is actually measured between 0 to 18, right? And what happens is that of late, over the last few years that we have checked, we see that by the time the kids are 2 to 5 years, what happens? Their energy starts decreasing. Why? Because it happens with regards to the parents, the people around them, the environment around them. It plays a really important role. So the way that children are mainly and solely depends on their surroundings. If they're in a surrounding which is quite calm and there is a lot of positive energy in it, the kids also reciprocate the same thing and vice versa. All right. And now what happens is that Earth is polluted with negative emotions, right? Every single minute, more than positive thoughts, we have a lot of negative thoughts going out into the world. How are we going to stop this? This is something that we definitely need to look at, okay? So according to the research that we have done in Golden Hands, we found that 80% of the people live in low vibrations, 10 to 15% live in normal vibrations, and 3 to 4% in high vibrations, and 1% of the total population that is in a divine optimized vibration. So if we talk about high vibration and divine optimized vibration, what are we talking about? We are like in a meditative state 90% of the time. You are a very calm individual. You know how to think rationally. And this happens when you're in high vibrations and your brain waves are in a low frequency. Now, that is with regards to energy. Next, when we are talking about Dr. Emoto, right? Dr. Emoto has been a great scientist who has done a research on water. So water and water molecules, right? So we picked the theory of Albert Einstein and Dr. Emoto for water. So Albert Einstein's was for energy, Dr. Emoto's was for water. So when you have the free time, just type Dr. Emoto and go ahead and read what he has done. He has spoken about water having emotions. So water is able to carry any kind of emotions that you put across to it. When we are talking about emotions, it can be anger, it can be hate, it can be love, it can be anything. So when we are talking, when he is saying that water can carry emotions, just imagine 70% of our body is filled with water. So before any of our thoughts affect the outside world, it is going to affect the world inside our body, right? So Dr. Emoto usually takes 1 drop of water, okay, and it is magnified into so many thousand times. And what happens is that when you look at the shape of the water, okay, when you say the word love, you can actually see a heart shape in the water, right? And the same way, when you're moving on to say some, words like evil or hate, the entire water molecules gets distorted. So water has such an amazing power to take any kind of feelings that we have. when we are talking about this, that is the reason we say that it is extremely important on what you think, what you say, and also the kind of water that you drink. Now, because of all of this was what we found that Terahertz water, when we say that you have to drink the right kind of water, that's where Terahertz came in. And with regards to Terahertz and beyond whatever that I have spoken, I'm sure Dr. Prabhu will take it over and he will take over the entire session from now. So this is going to be a knowledge giving session. Please take in as much knowledge as possible. We are trying to share good knowledge because we feel that it is very important on how you look at your body, how you communicate with your body, how you listen to your body. Body, mind, and soul. These three things need to be balanced for your entire health to be in place. And that is why we emphasize on so many different things. So, without further ado, I give it to Dr. Prabhu to take over and continue with the presentation.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Akanksha. It was a wonderful introduction. And I believe that the spark of the information and the knowledge has been sparked by Akanksha. It's amazing. Very good morning to every one of you down there who took time. And we have hit a century. It's almost 101. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity you people are giving me. It's because of you that I am here and my soul is here for us to share the information. Now, as Akanksha has told about water and energy, today I am going to give you more information on how energy plays such an important role and the water, Terahertz water, which has been there in the market, and then everybody is hearing left and right about Terahertz. So I thought this is the best platform for me to share the information and then for us to move forward. It's such a beautiful opportunity that for me, speaking to the public is my passion and sharing is my passion. Caring and of course knowledge, which I always want to share because it's given by the universe and nothing is mine. So as Akanksha was telling about the energy, the word Biovibes, it was coined by me around 10 to 12 years ago. When you search for Google search as Biovibes and Dr. Prabhu, automatically it will take you to my the information on the energy fields. Very simple definition. What I would like to give you is bio is life. Anything living is called life. Okay, and the vibration, vibes is vibration. So our human body is also emitting some amount of live vibration every second and interacting with the universe, which is also live, and wherein we start getting information and there is an exchange of information happening every second of life. Every second there is something happening, unless the person is dead or there is an object which also emits energy. But for us to communicate with that, we need to understand the energy, what it is trying to convey. For example, you go to a temple, church, or a mosque, there is a vibration inside. Now what happens is when the vibration is good, you feel very nice, you're very calm, you're able to pick a lot of information whenever you're in a church, mosque, or a temple. Why? Because the vibration there is so good that you become calm and your brain waves are going at a very, very low frequency of around theta waves, and that is when the downloading of information starts happening. Now when I say downloading, that means whatever intentions you're giving and then whatever you're looking for, it's there in the universe library. So you just need to download the solution. Now you might be facing a problem or a situation, you need a solution. So you need to just calm down a bit. That is it. You will get a solution. Now let me play this video for you for a second. So we'll go through this regarding the Biovibes. Wow, this is what is called as connectivity. Aren't you all connected with each other? Yes, we all are connected. Whatever race we are, from whichever country we are, but we all are connected. The moment you understand that we are all connected, things become more easy for you to understand what you need to do on this platform as a human being. Now, water and energy becomes an integral part of our life and our body. Without water, we cannot live, and without energy also you cannot live. And in the photograph, you can see the smallest particle is your atom. Now, as Albert Einstein said, we are all atoms connected together and congregation as a living energy mass. The moment you say you are a living energy mass, what difference does it make when you see another human being? He is also the same living energy mass. Now, when we all connect ourselves with the same frequency of lot of love, compassion, good thoughts, what happens? Everything starts falling in place. We all will connect to each other, and we all will help each other, and we all will start doing something which makes the universe so beautiful that we will start helping more human beings. And that is when drinking the right amount of water with appropriate properties plays a very important role. Other than that, the molecular structure of the water also plays a very, very important role. And other than that, your energy also plays a very, very important role, because optimized energy is what is going to heal yourself. Now, there are a lot of people out there are probably facing some issues while drinking terahertz water, is because their frequency is probably low. Their mindset and all these factors, it's not just one factor I'm going to tell you. There are a lot of factors which are affecting. Now, what is happening is, when we are talking about water, let me go to the next slide. Okay, here, water and energy plays such a very important role that we collect the information from the universe through the energy only. For that, you need the water. But other than the water, if there is no moisture in whatever objects we are talking, definitely the energy transfer will not happen. So that means we need to have a little bit of moisture, and then for us to communicate, our energy fields are also very, very important. So when we have both together in the optimized level, you have good hydration in your body, then you have good vibration in your body. Let me tell you, your life will become so beautiful that you will be able to solve most of your situations in your life. I wouldn't call it as a problem. I would say situations in your life, because you are in an optimized state. So when you're optimized, everything starts falling in place. Now, what's happening is, we all need to understand that when you have good vibration, your thoughts released are also good and favorable. And as water is in your body picks the vibration. For example, if you're going to think negative, you store negative emotion. If you're going to think positive, you're going to store positive information. Ultimately, your body will respond to the emotion, what you have stored inside the water molecule at the cell level. Now, just imagine, if you're going to bring out anger, that means it's a collected emotion which has been there in your body for a very long time. And let me tell you, your brain plays such an important role in collecting information. Brain doesn't decide which is good, which is bad. It is your mind and your experience is what which is picking up. If someone says this is something not good and bad, of course you will be picking up that information and thinking that it is bad. But in reality, is it bad or good? It all depends on individual perception and how you look at it. But at the end of the day, we all need to understand that we need to pick all the good things what is available. Forget about the unfavorable, whatever not good things available in the environment. We don't need that. You pick up. So what you are today is what you have been collecting all through the number of years you have lived. So do not expect a miracle just by drinking terahertz water. Do not expect miracles to happen for your body. Just look back and see what has happened. What have you been doing all the while? What have you been thinking all the while? How much of positive vibration have you given to yourself, and how much of positive you have given outside? Everything plays an important role. Water is just a medium for us. Now, here it's such a beautiful thing. If you look at the sea is there already. Nobody had to create a sea. It is already there. But human became so beautiful and innovative. What they did, for them to communicate from one place to another place, to move in, means transport something, they invented the ship. the boats initially, and which used to go with the wind. There was no motorized vehicle. They used to row the ship, and with the wind, they used to move from one country to another country. So in that way, sea, the water, is basically a vehicle for us to get transported. Good enough? But on the left side on top, you see a cruise ship. A cruise ship in a calm sea. What happens? Everything is beautiful. You will enjoy every moment of it in the sea with the cruise ship there, seeing out the sunrise, the sunset, the water, very calm. But imagine on the right side, what you see? It's a storm. It's a tsunami-like situation. What's happening? It's the same water, It's the same water, but it is creating havoc on the right side, wherein the ship goes upside down, and then maybe sometime the ship gets sunk. Now, the same way, the water can do some damages if you're not balanced in what you're taking. If you're overdoing things, also it is a problem. But you need to understand what your body is. So basically what we need to understand, there are 4 things. Just understand that number 1, it carries nutrients to all the cells in your body. Number 2, it helps to absorb and then collect all the minerals, vitamins, and amino acids. Number 3, it flushes out toxin, Waste products and toxin need not be there in your body. That is how it is been thrown out. Then it helps to regulate the body temperature. That's why when you have fever, just drink a lot of water, your fever goes down. Now, other than the main 4 functions, we do have like moistening of your eyes, nose, mouth. It lubricates your joint. It helps, aids in digestion for smooth. Like I have seen some people, when they drink half liter to 1 liter of Terahertz water directly, gulping it fully, what happens? They will probably immediately have a diarrhea-like situation, and they will pass bowel movements. Why? Because it just washes away. Why? You're giving too much of water to your body. Your body doesn't have time to pick the water molecule, absorb it, and take it inside. So it's something like that. Even tsunami also is something like, it will come and flush out everything. You won't even have time to pick your things and run. That's what is tsunami all about. The same way, when you're drinking water of tsunami, what will happen? Automatically, it will go flush everything and you go out. It will come out 100%. So you need to know, you need to be very calm. You need to drink sip by sip and thereby help your body to assimilate your water inside your body. This is what you need to do. So what are the different types of water we all have? This is all, every time I'm talking about, is a tap water, spring water, well water, oasis, ionized water, river water, distilled water, reverse osmosis. Then finally we have the Schumann's energy, Embrate, and the Terahertz. Now these are all available in the market. Now let me tell one good information, that the whole world is not drinking Terahertz water. Correct or not? Yes, the whole world is not drinking. But the technology has come down. There is something new. There is something beautiful, something which is favorable for us. But we need to have a balanced approach towards the water and see how best you can help your body to pick up this goodness from the water and then help your body to heal itself. So of course, when we are talking about healing, definitely you will have some benefits about probably you have diseases which can be helped around, which will be assisted around. What are the very important, what kind of water you need to drink? I repeat it, what kind of water are you drinking? Number 1, it should be potable. Potable means drinkable. Now, if it is to be drinkable, the pH of water should be varying between 7.5 to 8 or 8.5. Good enough. Total dissolved solvents is called TDS. It can be between 50 to 200 is good enough. Anything above that may be favorable or may not be favorable, but up to 500, the WHO accepts it. So it's still okay, but I would prefer keep your TDS below 200. But if you're talking about TDS 0, that means your water is just a plain water without any minerals. This is what is you get in a reverse osmosis water machine. Now, if the reverse osmosis is producing a water without anything, no TDS inside, 0, in a long run is not good for your kidneys, it's not good for your body as well. That is where some kind of mineral, just imagine the river. Those days, the civilization was developed along the riverside. Why? Because water plays an important role, and they used to drink the natural river, flowing rivers water without purification. They used to just drink. Only because of industrialization, pollution, now what people are doing, they are boiling the water and drinking it. Of course, without, only thing what they are thinking is the bacteria gets killed and then they can consume. But many times the water, what it carries, for example, if there is a factory which is pushing out all the lead, cadmium and other waste product into the river, it gets mixed up. You wouldn't know that it is there. But when it comes near you and then you pick it up and then drink, definitely you are poisoned with the heavy metal. So in that way, you need to have a proper filtration system so that you do not have any bacteria, viruses and parasites. Other than that, it should not contain any heavy metals and chemicals and pesticides. Now, preferably what you can do to store the water, very simple, clay and mud pots were the best in those days. Now, stainless steel was introduced something during the 1970s. Now, before that, aluminum was there. And before that, iron vessels were there. But the clay and mud pots has been there for ages. People have been cooking in the clay and mud pots for very, very long time. And they were storing water also in the same container for a very long time. Of course, as we developed, we did pick up a lot of other things. Of course, glass containers, yes, that is another wonderful, because it doesn't disrupt the molecular structure and the physical structure of the water. So glass is another very good container. But if you see right now in the market, you will see that there are a lot of glassware available. Haven't you noticed that? You will see that there are a lot of glasswares like the glasses, the bowls, the plates, all are in the glass right now. So there are ceramic, glass containers all available, but you choose according to what exactly is your financial backup where you can buy all this. But I think glass is much, much cheaper, so you can opt for glass containers. Other than that, copper containers are also very, very good because copper containers contain copper and then they do transmit a little bit of copper inside the water when you keep it. And copper plays a very important role in a lot of cellular metabolism for our body. In that way, holding or keeping water in a copper container definitely plays a very important role. But when you're talking about Terahertz water, they are telling us that you are not supposed to keep any metal containers. But I would say you can keep it in a metal container for a maximum of 2 to 4 hours. After that, you better drink it up. Do not keep it for a very long time. But I have not done any experiments keeping the Terahertz water for a very long time. Maybe I will be doing it and then let's see what are the results I get. And then finally, I will definitely share with you. Then, of course, food grade plastic also plays a very important role in keeping your preserving your water. Now, very simple. Please understand. Let's go to the cellular level. So whatever you are talking, whatever you are thinking, you need to look at the micro level. That is when you will understand that there are a lot of things we need to learn at the micro level rather than macro level. Most of the human beings, we are all looking at the macro, the bigger picture, that is where we all land up in problem. But I wouldn't advise you to go in the micro level for every situation. Many times it doesn't need. But here to understand your body, you need to work at the cellular level. Now you see one round thing here is your cell and the outside is your extracellular, intracellular and extracellular. Now intracellular plays, that is one cell. Of course, inside the cell you have your DNA, you have your mitochondria, you have the cytoplasm. There are a lot of things inside. They say it is a single universe. One cell is a single universe. If you want to know more about energy and how one particular cell works, there are a lot of videos available on the YouTube wherein you can go and listen to these people. They are just talking about one cell and how it works. One cell. Now imagine in your body we have 50 trillion cells. So when one cell we are talking, what is happening? There is a constant balance being maintained. This is something you need to understand. It is a balance. It's not more or it's not less. So when in creation, like at the cellular level, it needs a balance. Why is that you cannot balance your life? You need to balance your life, be it drinking water, be it your food habits, be it your thinking pattern, be it your work, be it your sleeping habits. You take anything, you need to have a balanced lifestyle. When you don't have anything balanced, you overdo everything, and then at the end of the day, you expect your body to work the way you want. It doesn't work. This is where most of the human beings after 40 years, 50 years, they start seeing the problem. But proudly they will tell, doctor, until now I never had a disease. Hello, you never had a disease, but the process is already going on. You never even realize. You think a cancer for a 50-year-old man will jump in and come out and then say, okay, I'm here, No, it doesn't work that way. It has been preparing you. Your body has been speaking to you. Please take care of me. Only thing, you do not respond to the cry of your cellular level. Now, the cell plays such an important role. For it needs water. So when you drink the sufficient amount of water with the sufficient properties for it to go inside with the smallest molecular structure and with the vibration, what happens? Your cell is so happy, picks up the water, and whatever the nutrient is being passing. For example, if you have eaten carrot, now carrot contains a lot of vitamin A. Now, this particular carrot is being digested and the vitamin A is picked up and goes into the bloodstream, and from there it goes into the extracellular, and then from there it goes near the cell. What the cell sees, it has water, the vitamin A nutrient is there, it will go inside. So what your body will do is, it will take the vitamin A and do what is necessary. For example, your skin needs vitamin A, then your eyes needs vitamin A. Automatically it will go and send it to those places where the vitamin A is required, and then automatically they get the benefit. Now, once this is done, this is just for one carrot I'm talking. Now, imagine in your food, what are the rojak, in Malaysia we call it as rojak, mix everything and put inside. You gulp everything inside. Don't you think the body has to pick every nutrition, what you eat, and then try to take it inside, give it to the cell, and then from the cell has to send it to whatever required. In your food, if you're looking at, there are a lot of hidden sugars. When there are a lot of hidden sugars, your sugar level automatically shoots up like no man's business. So what happens? When more sugar is there, of course, when the cell cannot take too much of sugar, it will be there in your blood. If it is there in your blood, you go check your blood sugar level. It is very high. Now, when it is high blood sugar level, of course, you will definitely get some problems and complication. Now, if you are going to eat one day a lot of sugar, nothing is going to happen. The next day you check your sugar level, of course, it may be high, but nothing to worry, because it's not going to cause you a problem. But if your sugar level is going on high because of your eating habits and the sugar is not utilized your body, automatically that gives you a problem. Now, this is what you need to understand. It is not that, just because you took some vitamins or some products or you drank Terahertz water in 1 week's time and there is some situation you are seeing. Some people have told me that after drinking Terahertz water, the sugar level is going up. Now, why? Because there is something called toxic sugar which is being collected and kept inside. This, of course, will be thrown out back into the blood, and then it has to be thrown out of your body, which will automatically be done through your kidneys and the liver. Through that, it will be thrown out. It will be done. But you need to understand that these are all natural body mechanism to do something and balance it. So ultimately, what the body is trying to do, balancing. It doesn't want too much of sugar. It doesn't want too much of salt. It doesn't want too much of water, everything, no too much. It's all balanced. So what happens is, now when you do an exercise, what happens? You will be losing some amount of water, a little bit of your sodium, your potassium, all this will be thrown out. Of course, it will be washed out. Especially when you are drinking Terahertz water and are going to do exercise, there are things that it can hasten the little bit of clearing up much faster. Now, when it is doing that, what you need to do is, you need to supplement, like after Terahertz water you drink and you do your exercise, please supplement your body with sufficient salt and glucose. That means to say, I'm not talking with people with diseases, very important. You need to supplement. Maybe the only easiest solution I can give you is ORS solution. ORS is basically doctors would prescribe you when you have diarrhea. That's basically. Now, the simplest way I want to guide you is just drink 1 tender coconut water after your exercise and see, it will do wonders. Okay, so that means you're supplementing your body with the required nutrition after an exercise. This is where there are a lot of isotonic solutions available in the market, like your 100 plus. All these are all there, but let's go natural and then let's prepare ourselves. So your extracellular concentration of whatever nutrients and the intracellular concentration need to be balanced always. When there is an imbalance, you will start facing diseases. This is a very important situation. You all just visualize, think that if there is an imbalance, there is a problem. So if your body is showing you something which you feel it is unfavorable, that means that the body is speaking to you, telling you, sir, wait for some time, clear up everything, have a balanced lifestyle, start moving forward. This is what your body is trying to tell you. So for us, once again, just for your information, every cell has got an aquaporin. That means there is a gate for the water to go inside and the waste products to come outside. This is called aquaporin. Now, if the aquaporin is around 2 nanometers, which is the smallest to this one, automatically our terahertz water is also the same size, so water goes in very easily. Now, when the water goes in very easily, everything is taken inside very easily. Now, what is happening is, if the nutrients are given to your cell, the cell will do its job. You are not going to tell the cell, look here, I am giving you, probably you're taking some lime which contains a lot of vitamin C. You're not going to tell the cell, I'm sending you vitamin C right now, you better pick up everything and then do what is necessary for the vitamin C and send it to all the people who all are looking for vitamin C to the body. Are you going to instruct, right? You are not going to tell that. But your body does it. Isn't it so intelligent that it can do what it can do, but only thing you think that you are doing something great? No, you are only assisting your body by eating the right kind of food so that it will do its job. You don't need to instruct anything. Now, once the water molecule is small enough to go inside, it's the best thing you're giving it to your body. Now, you can ask me, today only the terahertz water has come. So how about the previous, like terahertz was not there and people have been drinking water, you have been drinking water, so what? Now, what I would say is, yes, we all have been drinking the regular water. Maybe they are drinking the ionized water, or some people near the river water or oasis, whatever it is. If you think that you're a healthy person and then your body is fit enough for you to move forward, then don't drink terahertz water. You don't need it. But in today's life, with so much of pollution, so much of toxins inside your body, how are you going to clean? One of the easiest ways is give the water will go clean up everything. So when it is doing a cleansing process, it is called something called a healing crisis in an alternative medicine, because we don't, allopathy don't talk about healing crisis. For us, we give something, you have some problem, we say it is a reaction. But that's the way we have been told. But I would say definitely your body responds to every situation. Now, what is favorable for your body? Many times it's you who have to know. Can you believe there are human beings who are allergic to paracetamol tablet? Paracetamol is given left and right. It's you can buy it across the counter in any shops, the paracetamol tablet. But there are people who are allergic to paracetamol. Okay, on one side we accept there is an allergy. Can you believe, normally as a doctor, when you come in with allergy, I will give you antihistamine and I'll give you a steroid tablet so that immediately everything comes down. This is what we do naturally. Now, when I am giving this, definitely your problem is solved, your itching is come down, your swelling and edema, whatever it is, it has come down. But can you believe, I have seen in my practice, some people are allergic to this antihistamine. Some people are allergic to this prednisolone. What is a steroid? Can you believe? Normally you're not supposed to be, but you are allergic to. So in that way, each body, we wouldn't know who is allergic to what. So it's ultimately you, when you are consuming, if you see there is something, probably you need to avoid those situations which your body doesn't want. But even there, right now, if you see, for the COVID, we are talking about immunization, a vaccine. What we are doing, we are just picking up the strains and we are creating the antibodies and antigens for your body so that next time when coronavirus comes in, you know what to do and you stop the coronavirus from getting inside your body and then multiplying. So this is what we are all trying to help the body by vaccinating. But naturally, if you leave your immune system to work for you, it will do everything. So what happens? It is your duty to keep your body at the best level, optimized level, so that your body can fight everything much more easily and much more amicably without causing any reaction. Now, this is another important area I have to share. This is your dehydration. Not many of us know dehydration is basically less of water, but I'm talking at the cellular level. It is not just less of water where your lips are little dry and then you feel little. It is not. If that is the case, already the cellular level dehydration is very, very high. It takes only 2% of your water content to reduce in your body. Immediately you will start feeling thirsty. Now, at this point, you need to understand that the body is going through a state of dehydration, and you need to supplement your body with required minerals and nutrients. Very important. It's not just drinking water alone is going to be sufficient. So you need to probably take a little bit of potassium, a little bit of sodium, a little bit of glucose. This is what is there in your ORS solution. So just mix it and drink it up. So drinking this ORS is always a good solution for you whenever you feel slightly dehydrated. So every one of you keep a few packets of ORS at home, so that whenever you feel like slightly a little thirsty, just mix it and drink. It is good. Once in a while, start drinking tender coconut. This is another beautiful, natural, supportive water created by God for us to consume. Now, when the cellular dehydration happens, it doesn't speak to you. Your cell will not tell you, call up and tell you, sir, I am dehydrated, do something. It will not. It will inform you through the thirst, and then automatically, if things doesn't, it will die. If it dies, it's still okay. But what happens? You just imagine a cell, it's going to die, but it's not dying fully. But the DNA inside is already preparing some wrong information which is already collected inside your cell. If the DNA starts sending wrong signal and the cell starts multiplying with the wrong information, what will happen? Definitely you will face diseases. Now this is where we need to be so careful that what we are going to do and how we are going to take care of our body is very important at the cellular level. But very simple, drinking water helps your body to recoup itself. Just by drinking water you can do a wonderful job. Now there are a lot of other work it can do. It can affect your metabolism. It can affect the balance between the intracellular and the extracellular. The waste product, just imagine no water, your waste products are all collected inside the cell. Definitely that will definitely lead to a problem. For example, you have a lot of toxins. You can have a headache. You can have a very like for example, you're driving from Klang to Penang. You will start dozing off immediately when you sit in the car. That means to say there is some toxins inside your body, you need to clear it out. Other than that, if you feel lethargic means you feel lazy, you want to get up in the morning, you feel these are all signs and symptoms that there are a lot of toxins inside your body. So you need to clear them out. So only when you detox your body, you will be more healthier. Now, it affects the way, I already spoke to you, it affects your DNA. All the wrong information and the epigenetic factors, as Akanksha was telling, the 800 epigenetic factor. Can you believe 800 is not 1 or 2? And what we can recognize in our golden hands is around 130 varieties of epigenetic. We can pick it up and tell you these are the factors affecting you. But still the world, there are a lot of research going on there to pick up all the information from the environment and the epigenetic factors to help you to become more healthier. There are many diseases, and there has been a fantastic improvement by a lot of people just by drinking the Terahertz water. Now, you want to be a very active person with your brain cells, you need to drink good amount of sufficient water, so that the hydration plays a very important role in helping your brain to be active. Have you ever seen when you have a dehydration, you can be irritable, you can be irritable. Probably as soon as you walk into your office and there are some situation, you'll be damn irritated. Now, why? Because probably the situation is already existing there and your body also is dehydrated. Your irritability will be there. That's why you need to drink sufficient amount of water, especially for out there people who are all working in air condition. If you're working in an air conditioned atmosphere, let me tell you, your body will never even speak to you telling that it is having a dehydration and it requires water, because you don't feel it. All your vessels are in a spasm, number one. Number two, in an aircon atmosphere, you won't feel thirsty at all. So what happens? Over a period of time, definitely your body will respond in the form of a disease, because it has started working without the proper water. And then, of course, the DNA reading is different. Then automatically it will tell it all its friend circles, this fellow is not anyway drinking water, not taking sufficient nutrients. Let us all change. We all become disease cells. So when we all become disease cells, they are all very united, especially if you're talking about cancer cells, they are fantastic. They grow like one team, you know. What will happen? The blood vessels will grow and the cells multiply like no man's business, you know, and they all grow very fast. And as a doctor, we are really worried, you know, why the hell these guys are growing. So what we do, okay, calm down. I'm going to shoot you off with my radiation. What happens? You're going to shoot with radiation is good. Of course, the cancer cell dies. What happens to the normal cells? Even they are also affected. Now imagine radiation, at least we are giving to a particular place, it's still okay. But imagine you're going for a chemotherapy. Chemotherapy, we are pumping in the whatever the chemical into the body so that the cancer cells are being killed. Yes, the cancer cells are killed, but along with that, even your normal cells starts getting killed. How are you going to revive your normal cells? So do you want the cancer to come in and then only you want to wake up and then start looking at solution all over the world and jumping around, going from hospital to hospital? Forget about hospital. Any Tom, Dick and Harry comes and tell you, come, take this vitamin, your cancer will run away, stage 4 cleared. All these hanky-panky things is always there in the world. Do not jump and go there. Please sit down, calm down yourself, look at what are the solutions you have for yourself, then go in for it. Because there is no thumb rule wherein you know one treatment or one modality of support is going to help your body. It is a multifunctional. Even for a healthy person, you need to look at right from the sleep to the food you eat and the day-to-day activities you have, the exercise you do, everything plays a very important role. So it is a combined effort. So out there, youngsters, if you're all here, please start changing the way you are living. Look at a multi-dimensional way of approach to help your body. Think that your body is so important. Without your body, you cannot move forward, you know. For example, in the sea, if you don't have a ship from one place to another place, how are you going to go? The ship is your body, basically. So when the ship is ready to do everything for you, why can't you work for the ship a little bit and give what it wants so that it will do the job of transporting you from one place to another? Now, what I'm talking about transportation is you are born as a human being. Until you die, you still have to live on this planet Earth, right? When you're going to live on this planet Earth, do live a proper, optimized lifestyle with a proper mindset so that enjoy every moment of life. Why you need to have a disease and then you want to enjoy life? You cannot enjoy life once you have a disease. That's it. Your chapter will be closed down and you'll be running from pillar to post looking for solution. Do not allow the disease to penetrate in. As far as possible, avoid it. Now, this is another area most of us are really not concerned. Take care of your kidneys. If you want to take care of your kidneys, very important, you need to drink sufficient amount of water. Without that, nothing is going to happen. You need to drink. Now, whether you like it or not, smoking, even if you're not a smoker, people out there are smoking. Vehicles are emitting this smoke. Pollution is there. Radiation is there. Pesticides are there. Chemicals are there. Drugs are there. Now, with all this situation, definitely your kidney is overloaded. When it is overloaded, there are 4 functions which you see on the screen here. Excretory function, homeostatic function, endocrine function, and then, of course, the conversion of vitamin D3 is another very important function of the kidneys. The 4 functions are affected if you have all these factors, the smoking, pollution, radiation, all these factors definitely affect your kidneys. Do you think the kidney is going to come and tell you, sir, I have too much of chemicals inside my body, I can't do all this? The kidney will never talk to you. The kidney, there is one important information I want to share. Our human body will only speak to you when only 10% of its functionality is there. That means 90% of the organ is totally gone. Until then, it will never open its mouth. Have you not seen in your lifestyle, there are a lot of people, just 6 months ago, they checked their blood test, everything normal. Suddenly after 6 months, what happens? Doctor says you have a kidney, that to what? Stage 4. Now from where the stage 4 came in out of the blues of the 6 months. Now this is where you better take care of your body. Do not allow it to give you signals when 90% is already gone. Do not. And that too, you have the filtration on the right side. You are seeing one glomerular is a filter. Now, if your filters are getting blocked, how you want the the vitamins or this one, how are you going to filter it out? You cannot. There are a lot of things. The filtration will be done through the kidneys. The kidney also will pick up every nutrient back to the body and give it to you. There's one point I would like to share is, for example, if your cell has less of water, what it will do is, the first signal it will tell you is you're feeling thirsty, right? You're not going to drink water. What it will do is, it will definitely call up the kidneys and tell, this person is not drinking water, you better send me some water, I need it. So what the kidney will do, don't worry, I will do the needful. It will reduce the urine for you for output, the urine what you pass will be less. Then pick up the water and give it to the cell. This is still okay. But the moment you go to the toilet and pass urine, what will happen? You will start having burning sensation. If it is just burning sensation, it's still okay. Maybe you drink water. What if it comes with little bit of crystals? If your uric acid is high, what will happen? You may pass blood in your urine. So what happens? You will get scared, immediately run to the doctor. And then what the doctor will say, yeah, they'll scan and do, yes, you have a kidney stone. Now, all this, why is it happening? It's as kidney stone doesn't form in just one day. It takes a long time. Why? Because you eat a lot of acidic food. Your salt, normal rock salt is not good for you. So you need to go for a the better salt, or what I would normally advise is go for the refined Himalayan pink salt, or you can go for the Korean bamboo salt. 6-burn is very good. Kidneys plays very important. I repeat, kidney plays a very important role. Please take care of it. Drink sufficient amount of water, and you should have micronutrients. Very important. This is where your filtration system must have a mineral so that it helps your kidneys to do its job on its own without we pushing it to do with under stress. Next, this is another very important organ you need to understand. Now, cholesterol plays a very important role in today's life. Everybody has a high cholesterol, and most of us will have high cholesterol. Now, why the cholesterol is being produced high is because your liver is responding to your body. When there is an inflammation happening, it responds by releasing a lot of cholesterol. Cholesterol is like a first aid kit. It's like a band-aid. It will go and plaster it on inside the walls of your vessels so that it doesn't break up and start bleeding. This is a simple explanation I can give you. Now, if because of your acidic food, what you eat, there are a lot of inflammatory situation in your vessel. Of course, the cholesterol will be very high. It will go on plastering everywhere. It does the mason's job, Your cholesterol is nothing but a mason going on plastering your cracked walls. Now, if the cracked wall is so big that everywhere go on cholesterol, of course you do the blood test, your cholesterol will be high. When your cholesterol is high, what happens? Definitely we know that your heart block will happen. But in reality, is it the heart block happening because of your cholesterol plaques? Yes, it is. But on the other side, if you see, it is because of your inflammation. The basic problem is at the inflammation. So once you change the inflammation into no inflammation, do you think the body will produce cholesterol? Definitely it will not produce, because we also need cholesterol for a proper brain function, for a lot of cellular function. We need cholesterol. Now don't tell me you don't need cholesterol at all. Naturally it is there inside your body. Other than that, our main function of liver to detox, main function, sugar metabolism, production of bile, clotting mechanism, all these are there. Now when you see on the right side, you have a healthy liver, then you have a mild. See, every time when you now when you all go and check your liver scanning, you do, doctor will say, yeah, you have a fatty liver, stage 1, Now that itself is a time for you to change your lifestyle and help your liver. If you don't do that, it goes on to the next liver. Slowly, little bit of fibrosis, and of course, ultimately cirrhosis. It's the end stage. I'm not going to talk about disease because that's not important. I will be talking only about the healthy liver and fatty liver. So if at all you are in a fatty liver stage, you better bring it back. Do not allow the fatty liver to go on to the next stage and then look for solution, and then look for a liver transplant, then look for medicines, which is all quite expensive, When you're looking at liver medicines for treatment, it's very, very expensive. But until today, your liver has never told me, please buy expensive medicine for me. What it says, take sufficient amount of water, and consume sufficient amount of vitamins and minerals. See, per day, we all need 90 to 92 vitamins and minerals and nutrients. Number one. Number two, your liver just for the stage 1 detoxification needs 35 vitamins and minerals. Very important. So please take care of your liver, reduce your oily food, reduce your salt, and do regular exercise, which is also very, very important for the liver to function in an optimized way. Coming back, this is our favorite subject because this is what is the talk of the town today is Terahertz technology and Terahertz water. And we have an opportunity that Terahertz water has been there in Malaysia. Of course, there are other 1 or 2 countries which are dealing with Terahertz water. But here, because what we have and we are sharing the information. So terahertz is basically a frequency between the microwave and the infrared. And this one is supposed to be much safer when you're using it other than our directly exposing to our body. But even then, terahertz technology is going to be the future, especially in case of our medical devices like our X-ray, MRI, CT scan. All this field definitely will be with terahertz technology. But today, let's look into how water is something which is what we are all talking about. We will get into the water and what are the benefits you get. Now, the properties of low frequency. Terahertz is basically a low frequency resonated water molecule. It is basically linear. That means the molecules are standing in one line. Now, when the molecule is in one line, it's much more easier for you to go inside the water gates. It's very easy. But if it is clusters of molecules, maybe it will be difficult. But there also God created something called diffusion, wherein the water still goes into your. This is where many of us will be asking, all the while I've been drinking normal water, doctor, why should I drink terahertz water? Yes, very good question. There is probably a water going inside helping you. But can you go and check your blood and 1 drop of blood and see how much are you hydrated? If you're hydrated well, you don't need terahertz water. Very simple. That means whatever water you're drinking is good enough for you. You don't need a terahertz water. But if your water is clumped, your cells are clumped, definitely you need a better water. So even there, what I would say, try it. There's nothing wrong in giving it a try of terahertz water. But there are certain principles you need to follow if at all you want to drink terahertz water. So the molecular structure also is a very small, and the terahertz the frequency of the water molecule is around 7.6, which is the lowest right now in the market, wherein the frequency plays also a very, very important role for the water to go inside. Now, these are the beautiful 10 properties of our water, terahertz water, which has been picked up from a lot of other information available from the company and from the outside. I have picked it up. So the 10, number 1 is it is a very, very good antibacterial, antiviral. So antibacterial is basically when you start drinking this water for a period of 3 to 6 months, your body becomes more healthier. As Angie was telling, your immune system gets boosted and assisted. So definitely there are a lot of things. See, we do not want to tell you that you drink this water, this is going to happen. No, but the benefits are there. When it is antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, antioxidant effect, fantastic, anti-radiation. That means you drink the water for 3 to 6 months, probably the radiation effect from the environment, from your mobile phone will be reduced. Good enough. And the viscosity is low, minus 620 plus. So it is also very, very important that the viscosity plays in the carrying of your nutrients and the cells inside your body. And the angulation also plays a very important role, because the better open the angle, that is, they say it is 106 is the degree of angulation. From 104, it can change from 106 to 109. So they say around 5 degrees it can open up. If 104 plus 5 degrees is around 109, it's a live water. That means the water, when you consume it, is very good energy. So the mineral absorption is better than the hardness of water. Have you seen when you're using a terahertz water, use a little soap, and then when you rub it up, it produces a lot of lather. What does it mean? The water has become soft. When it is soft, it's easy for absorption. That's why the hardness of water is reduced. This is what we have noticed with terahertz water. And the absorption is much, much faster compared to. Why it is faster? Very simple, because of the molecular structure. Viscosity is better, so it moves in. Anti-aging effect is there by reducing the toxic effect of pollutants. See, there are a lot of poison inside your body, means definitely you will age faster. See, a person who is 30 years can look like a 50-year-old man because there is a lot of toxins inside the body where he is not able to throw it out. And other than that, definitely there is something called a telomere effect of longevity, which can be assisted, but there is no clinical proof as of today. But definitely at the DNA level, as long as you're going to consume the right amount of water with the right properties, you will get the benefit for longevity. That means there are some people who are living near the mountains, they are living longer, more than 100 years plus. Why? Because they are drinking that kind of fantastic natural water, which helps them to live longer. Now, when the water is low frequency water resonation, what happens is, when you resonate with a low frequency, it changes the water molecule and transmission of information. See, now we are going into a little bit of physics, wherein there is a transmission of information which happens between the cell and the environment. So that means your cells will start picking up the right information and it will do the right job as long as you give the water molecule inside is with the right properties. And of course, when it can maintain a healthy environment of the body to achieve self-healing. Very important, self-healing. So you need to assist your body. Other than that, it can rewrite the harmful messages what has been received by your cell from the cell phone, from the cellular radiation, from the external pesticide, chemicals. There are a lot of wrong information. Now it can be rewritten just by drinking the right water. So when you are drinking low resonated water, which our Terahertz is also a low resonated, you get the benefit. Other than that, when a low frequency water, you expose it to boiling, nothing happens. It's the same. So it's good for you. Other than that, you can give high pressure to the water, nothing is going to happen. Other than that, you can expose the water to X-rays, nothing is going to happen because the water will be the same. Now, for example, you drink Terahertz water and after some time, maybe 3 to 6 months, you are going for an X-ray. The harmful radiation of the X-ray will be minimal. If at all you have a collection of good water molecule inside your body, it can help you. Okay, so that means to say, it all needs a sustained journey wherein you need to get the benefit, you need to sustain and then look into what your body is speaking. Other than that, resonated oil, very important. It can reduce the absorption of oil by 20 to 30%. So when you fry in this resonated oil, when you fry something, the oil absorption by whatever object you are oiling, it could be a fish fry, it could be a mutton fry or anything, the absorption of oil. So you can definitely see that when you fry it and put it on a tissue paper, you can see less of oil touching the tissue paper. That's an advantage. Other than that, resonated water helps to have intestinal health, which is very, that means your good bacteria will be very happy to drink this water, whereas the bad bacteria will feel this guy has come and going to throw us out. So what happens? The bad bacteria will be thrown out, but still we need a balance of good and bad bacteria in the intestine so that we all work together. That means your intestine need to be healthy with both the balance. We just cannot say only good bacteria in your intestine is going to help you. No, even the bad bacteria will be there whether you like it or not. It is there inside your body. But a balance is very, very important. Now, other than that, how are you going to know whether your body is hydrated or not? Very simple. On the left side, what you see, it's basically a person, less of hydration, automatically it's all clumped together. Whereas on the right side, what you see, the cells are so happy going on independently. Don't you think it's so beautiful? So when you drink the right water, this is what you can see. If your, as I repeatedly, I would like to let you know, if your hydration is good, you don't need a Terahertz water. That means whatever water you are drinking is good enough. So carry on with it. But if not, give it a try. See how well you feel. See how your body is responding. Enjoy the benefit of water and then move forward. Instead of looking at, if I drink this water, is this a problem I'm going to face? You're not going to face any problem as long as you know how much you're drinking, how much of what your body is. Before even drinking the water, you should know what your body is speaking to you. Once you understand, life is much more easier. The other benefits other than drinking water, of course, you can spray for your face, spray for your hair. There are a lot of other benefits. And in fact, I am using Terahertz water for wound cleaning in our clinic, and it's an amazing response. The wound healing is much better. It's amazing. Plants grow much better. Animals, this is one secret I want to share. Animals, the moment they start drinking Terahertz water or the resonated water, it will never drink any other water. You try and give it, it wants that water only. So when they can understand that how important it is to drink the natural water, why not we as human beings respond in the same way? Probably we have lost that sense of naturalness in anything outside. We always look from the chemical point of view. We always look at the problem point of view. That is when we all face problems. So here I wish to let you know, take home message, have a balanced lifestyle. Very, very important. Whether it's drinking water, it's your food habits, your thinking, whatever it is, have a very, very balanced lifestyle. But the future is going to be Terahertz technology, and this resonated water, definitely structured water, Terahertz with the Terahertz technology will definitely take you miles far for a healthy lifestyle. But my caution to every one of you would be there, start with 500 ml, means less, 500 ml for the whole day, start with less water, number one. Number two, drink 50 to 100 ml in one given time. That means 500 ml divided into 5 different timing, maybe hourly, drink for 5 hours, split it up and start drinking. See what your body is speaking to you. If your body is accepting it, drink for 3 to 4 days to maximum 1 week. All okay, then increase it to 1000 ml. The same 100 ml divided it into 10 different timings. It's the best. Because anything, as I told you, drinking at a time 200 ml of water may not be a solution for that situation. Your body may not pick up all the water, maybe it will throw it out and you may feel like having a diarrhea. But better drink it slowly, sip it up, things will be much more better. Other than that, get more information. As Angie had played you some information regarding Terahertz, there are a lot of information, but what I would request you is see what you want. Do not go into the Google and go on searching about the whole Terahertz technology and all. It's not going to work for you. Look at what are the technologies available through Terahertz, and in that water, how it can benefit you and what are the other things you can benefit. For example, if I'm going to talk about the 6G technology of Terahertz, now what you and I can do, we can't do anything because we are not going to produce mobile phones, isn't it? Mobile phones will come. Our job, if good technology, just go and pick it up, use the phone and see how well you can move forward. Without telephone, we cannot move forward. So the quest for knowledge plays a very, very important. So you need to have more information, and there might be beautiful souls like out there. Dr. Gunn is there, Albert is there. There are so many people out there doing a fantastic job by giving a lot of information on terahertz and other information. Collect it and you analyze and you start moving forward. And very important, do not look for a cure for disease just by drinking water. It doesn't work. For example, Ganga water is also very has healing properties. Zamzam water has healing properties. The blessed church water also has healing properties. So does it mean that everybody consuming it will be free from all the diseases? No, it doesn't work that way. It's on individually, whoever has to be healed, they will be healed. But you need to be ready. Your body needs to be ready. So do not look for cure of a disease just by drinking Terahertz water. Or it could be even drugs or products or other means. Other than that, take responsibility for your life and you do the groundwork and do not blame anything other than yourself. If you're going to blame others, your cell is going to blame you because you're not giving the right nutrition, you're not giving the right amount of water to your cell. So the cell is blaming you. So what do you want to do? You need to change. So let's look at ourselves before we even blame the outer situation. How are you going to drink water? Very simple. Sipping slowly is the best way to drink water. Very important. Number two, you want to eat food, you are supposed to chew the food 21 times. Can you believe 21 times you need to chew the food? Because when you chew the food, the saliva is mixed up with the food and there are a lot of beautiful enzymes which your body is creating, and the digested food, when it goes inside, your stomach feels so happy that it can do the digestion with a lot of absorption of the nutrients. Now, when you chew the food, for people out there with diabetes, there is one clue I want to give. Try this for 1 week. Chew the food 21 times, whatever food you're eating, 21 times. Before chewing this one, just check your blood sugar. And for 1 week, 21 times, every time you eat your food, munch your food, chew your food for 21 times and then swallow it. Check your sugar level after 1 week. Definitely your sugar level will be much, much better. This is only on one part I'm telling. There are a lot of other good benefits you will be able to get. So understand your body before you even comment on any unfavorable effects which you are seeing on your body. Do not. Because your body is speaking to you, only thing you do not know what it is speaking. You don't understand the language. So understand the language of your body and the cells before you look at the outside. Next, very, very important. Start. What you need to do? Do not overhydrate. This is something which I always tell, do not overhydrate. It's like tsunami. Tsunami is no good for us. Start with low consumption and slowly increase it. Make your body to respond, not to react. If your body is reacting, that means there is something not okay with your body, and your body is trying to tell you, sir, these are the problems, and it will show you the problem. It is not that you drank the water and then you are having the problem. It is not that you took a particular vitamin and then you are facing the problem. Many a times it's your body is telling you there are other problems inside, which is probably coming up to the surface. So look into it, be calm, and start working for the solution. Look at the solution. And you can mix such of those. Some of you may be saying, I cannot, a little scared about drinking directly Terahertz water. No worries. Mix with 50% of Terahertz water. Start drinking it. But definitely it will help you. And do not jump into conclusion about the water, as it's always safer to be in the limits. Definitely it is. Now, what you need to do, you need to stop, analyze, and then go. So when you're doing that, the two birds are speaking together. What are they saying? What is the other words for reconsideration? So I want you all to reconsider. That means you have to review, you have to rethink, you have to revise, you have to reassess, you have to have a second thought, you have to reevaluate, re-examine, amend your whatever you have been doing all the while, change it, correct it, re-examine. Isn't that beautiful? We all need to do this. Everything needs to be re-examined. There is no one way saying, okay, I did this and I have this problem. No. Look into it in a multi-angle, you will be able to move forward. And finally, as a doctor, definitely I would say I do not claim anything or proclaim, because I do not have any clinical study of around 1,000 patients wherein we give this water and see what are the benefits we get. And then we have not presented any documents or in our clinical medical fraternity to say that, yes, this is very good, this is what is the effect. And in that way, to be on the safer side, we would always say we don't talk about medical cures. So ultimately, with this beautiful information, I think I've taken more than 45 minutes. It's an amazing journey. Thank you very much. And I will come back with another information, with another new topic with water next Saturday. Until then, I take leave. Thank you very much. Have a